Tamar Braxton and Jeremy J.R. Robinson met on the Peacock dating show Queen's Court. Now, they originally got engaged following the show's finale. Now, we do know their relationship has took some tumultuous turns. We see these two together, then they've broken up, and then they're back together. So it has just been a whirlwind and a tailspin all at the same time. Now, guys, before we get deep into this video, I do need you guys to make sure you like, share, and make sure you are, in fact, subscribed to the channel. Now, if you are already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Tamar Braxton and J.R. Jeremy Robinson relationship has been the most messiest that I've ever saw. Now, we have saw these two go back and forth, but most recently, we have actually saw Tamar take the quiet approach, but Jeremy had been dragging her for quite some time. But most recently, Tamar has come out and she has let us in on some things that I believe we had already suspected. Well, it seems like her king has pretty much did some low down and dirty stuff. Let Tamar tell it. When Tamar originally took to social media to let the world know that she was engaged, I really believe everybody, including myself, was really happy for Tamar. No one really cared that, Jeremy was another color or none of that. I believe people start to not like Jeremy because he seemed, now I'm going to give it a strong seemed, to be a notorious clout chaser. And fans called him out about it because a lot of stuff about this man just wasn't adding up. And we can start by him constantly popping on social media to tell the world about Toni Braxton's sister, Tamar Braxton, and how he dumped her. So a lot of fans made the conclusion that this relationship was nothing more than a clout chase. Fans had really started to be sick of Jeremy and Tamar. And one of the reasons was due to him continually coming on social media, dragging Tamar. But I believe the straw that broke the camel's back is when JR was actually seen on a date with Tamar's arch nemesis, which is Tommie. Why would Tamar's fiance or ex-fiance hook up with a woman that Tamar clearly did not like? And we knew that because we were able to see Tamar and Tommie go back and forth on social media. Now, fans immediately became very skeptical of Jamar and most definitely called him a clout chaser when he went on a date with the very woman that was calling his fiance a puppet or muppet. And one of the other things that fans started to notice about Tamar, it seemed like every time her and Jeremy would get into it on social media, she would be the one to take responsibility for everything. So people was like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, so I'm going to get into this clip where Tamar pretty much takes responsibility for everything, while it seems like Jeremy is telling her what to say.
Official. And that's it. People want to know we're back together.
Facts.
But we didn't get back together until
Saint Sunday.
Well, the end of the night on the Saint Sunday.
That's true.
When we went to the game, we were not together at all. We were just friends. And I don't think the two of us expected that. Did you expect that? I didn't expect that either. Y'all think that man went on one date? Like, he did not. How many dates in 6 weeks did you go on? Like, the man of God was outside. And everybody keep pinpointing him to this person, and it's not like that. That person just want to be associated. And it's giving very much like... It's crazy, because y'all act like... I don't even want to discuss it no more. I don't... Do you want to address anything, baby?
Nothing to address.
So, but no, JR didn't cheat on me. And, you know, the things that transpired while we were separated were things that transpired when we wasn't even on speaking terms. And I know you guys are like, what the fuck he did? Without you all knowing the background. But I don't think it's fair.
And I love my baby. I love my baby.
Here's the thing.
Once Tamar and JR got back together, it didn't take Tamar very long to start dragging Tommielee. As I stated earlier, Tommielee and JR went on a date, and Tamar just started dragging Tommie and saying some things that she probably shouldn't have said about Tommie, considering her fiance was the man that took Tommie on a date.
I had to go get my man back, y'all. And I know y'all lying. If y'all thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game while we was broke up. No, man. That was not my man. He don't owe me no loyalty when we broke up. Shit, I could have went out with his homeboy. What's up? It's all fair game when you broke up, bitch. Don't get it fucked up. It's a good man, Savannah. That's why.
It just seemed like the situation with Tamar and JR was extremely toxic. Not so much that it was only toxic, it just seemed as though JR was using Tamar, because not only would she go on social media, get into it with other women, she would take responsibility for everything that had happened in her relationship. And it seemed like Jeremy was in the background asking, or should I say telling her, to confess what she had did, including this clip.
That I am the happiest that I have been in a long time. I'm so grateful, not just for you, but for an amazing human being that has been assigned to me. I get to spend the rest of my life. I'm just surprised with y'all. Why did we break up? We broke up because of me. And because he announced it looked a certain way. I want to talk about this next weekend because I can't talk about this with companies, and y'all know what I mean by companies, people who don't understand. And he announced the breakup. The breakup happened because of me. And Darren's a good man, and I'm so grateful that things have played out the way that it has played out. And I think that we need to normalize females when it's us. And I'm not blaming myself. I'm taking accountability. I know what the optics are like.
Now, once Tamar and JR got back together and they had reconciled. It didn't take Tommielee long to respond because if y'all recall, Tamar dragged that woman and called her a crackhead and every name you can think of. But Tommielee had some very interesting things to say about Tamar's boo, Jeremy Robinson.
Let's get into it. So all I said was, hi. All I said was he had a nice suit. And from there, he was thirsty. He wanted to fly me out. What's wrong with me going to a game? What is wrong with the situation is that is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my ass, and I sent him on his way. It wasn't the, middle class house that he lives in Atlanta. It wasn't the Bentleys, because I drive a Rolls Royce, that got me. It wasn't, the slick part thing he got going on. It wasn't none of that. It was when he paid for the Waldorf in points. I knew that I could no longer play this game. So it was a one-night thing. He never got no.
Now, when Tommie said that man ate her groceries, that took me all the way out. Because guess what? I wouldn't have been able to take them back. That was just a little bit too much for my ears to even listen to. But most recently, Tamar done put JR on blast, honey. She said that he been messing around, y'all, with a 25-year-old woman. Now, y'all, in a now deleted message that Tamar had tweeted out, she said that Jeremy played in her face for a 25-year-old. He took her jewelry, they went on the trips to Turks, and all along he had a whole tramp. Now, this is what she said. And then she said, Jeremy, I hate you. Now, this is what Tamar said. And, she went back and deleted it. But y'all know when you get to social media, you can delete stuff, but, people already have it. And of course, JR being the diva that he is with his sassy self, he did respond to Tamar's claims. And let's listen to what he had to say.
I initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety and someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. But I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't throw each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff. Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago? It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out and like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up, and the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person, never met her in my life, never even had a DM with her. Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing, they don't know nothing about me.
Now, I don't know about y'all, and I know Tamar definitely can be messy, but if JR didn't seem like a master manipulator / gaslighter, I don't know what is. Well, Tamar came on social media and she did reveal some things about JR. And this is what she had to say.
Feelings are hurt because everybody is making it seem like I am crashing out over this person, and I'm not. I went ham simply because of your disrespect. And the truth is I should have gone ham a long time ago. And I didn't because, and I'm sure that people have been here before when you're in love with a person who aren't in love with you back. And that was my case, but I didn't realize it until Turks and Caicos. I had no idea until Turks and Caicos. I knew that we had problems. I knew that, things wasn't working, but I always thought that we loved each other because we always said that we did. I have to start loving me. And clearly, all the work that I'm doing, I'm definitely skipping over loving me because I felt like I loved you and I loved what we could have been and what we were more than myself. And I am so sorry, to everybody out there that I, put out this post last night. I was praying to God that it didn't go viral. I was praying to God that it didn't, that nobody caught it. I was, praying to God because I knew that, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. It was an emotional thing. But I mean, sometimes when you have been disrespected to the level that I have been disrespected from this situation publicly, it'd be too much. And I hate that I posted that last night for that 10 seconds that I posted, and now that it's a frenzy today. But the simple fact of the matter is that I tried to call you and I tried to talk to you and you were so nasty to me. And at the end of the conversation, you're going to tell me to go take my meds. Something that nobody else in the world knew and something that you tried to weaponize against me. Are you saying that people who take mental medication or anxiety medication, they are not stable? I would hate for you to say that as a lawyer. Don't do that. The fact of the matter is, I only came back to say this. I'm not delusional. I am not crazy. I don't have to throw myself on a man. And yes, we have been estranged for 6 months and everything was just final on Friday.
Where do they go from here? I feel like we have saw this story so many times before. So will Tamar and JR call it quits, or will they do their same thing that they've been doing this entire time, get back together, call themselves friends? Then it seems like one person gets upset and then they're all over the blogs. Well, it seems what ended up happening, though, is JR invited Tamar on his birthday trip, which I can understand where Tamar would think that maybe they're going to reconcile. And as he stated, he said that, Tamar takes birthdays really, really big, like she's big on birthdays. So people was wondering, did he just use Tamar to get a good birthday gift? Because she did buy him a presidential Rolex and a nice chain. But I don't care what anybody say. This guy was giving clout chase the entire time. But of course, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, guys, please let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, share the video. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are, please make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.